Small habits can spark big shifts, especially in our feminine energy. These 10 micro habits really changed my life, and it's your turn now to use them and become more feminine, attractive, more magnetic, irresistible. Let's learn how. Hi beautiful soul, my name is Inès and I help women step into their feminine energy to create a soul-aligned life. The first micro habit that will help you to create a deep energetical shift, embody your feminine energy effortlessly, is to reconnect with the present moment and to breathe deeply. This is really the foundation of feminine energy, presence. When you can be present, you are being. Everything is okay in the present moment. When you breathe deeply, you ground yourself. You activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the rest and digest response, in comparison to the sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the fight or flight response. When you are in your sympathetic nervous system, you are in what we call the survival mode. When we breathe deeply, we activate the parasympathetic system, which is more the receptive mode, the rest and digest mode. You can relax. Saying to yourself, you are safe, you can relax, you can trust, and breathing deeply. This is a very simple way how you can reconnect with that feminine energy and with your magnetism. So moving on to the next point, which is to speak to yourself with love. For example, say to yourself, I am confident, or I am magnificent, or I am attractive. Any adjective that you want to feel like, I am feminine, you can use that and speak to yourself in a kind, loving way. The way you speak to yourself will shape your confidence, your reality. If you speak to yourself in a loving way, you will attract more love in your life. If you speak to yourself and you say, I am magnificent, then you will start believing in that magnificence. Asking yourself, why am I magnificent? And your brain will start finding all the reasons why you are a magnificent being. One of them being that you are a divine soul, and that soul is magnificent. Recognizing that nature, your divine nature, automatically makes you understand, yes, I am magnificent. So shifting your internal dialogue to an empowering internal dialogue will reprogram your subconscious mind. And this will help you embody the highest feminine energy available to you in that moment. Moving on to the next point, which is to massage your body when you take a shower or after you take a shower with lotions and oils. What this does is reconnecting you with your sensuality. And one tip that you can do here is really to slow down and to connect not on the act of what you are doing, like, okay, I'm pouring up and massaging my body, not like that, but taking the time to slow down and to feel the sensation of your touch on your skin. It awakens all of your senses, makes you more aware. And so your experience in life, when you take all of your senses on board, is more magnetizing, it's more amplified. It is something that you can incorporate in what you are already doing, right? I love to slow down, to sing when I'm taking a shower, and to really massage my body, caress my body. And I do the same after I'm finished with shower, with my lotions, with my oils. Taking that time, you can give yourself 2 minutes, right? Micro habits. 2 minutes to slow down, to enjoy yourself, to give yourself that pleasure. This is a powerful self-care ritual that connects you with your body in a deeply nourishing way. When you take the time to touch yourself with love, with reverence, increase your magnetism, your feminine energy. You also increase your radiance and your self-worth. You are deserving of taking that time for you, for yourself. The next one is one of my favorite to do. Walks in nature. It can be in the park, in the forest, on the beach, wherever you are, whatever the weather is. Take yourself outside. Slow down. When you work, look around you. When you work, take in everything that you are seeing, that you are hearing. What are you tasting? What is the sensation on your skin? Is it the rain? Is it the wind? Is it the sun? Take it all in. Take all your senses in. When you can increase your awareness of your senses like this, it also increases your intuition. which is your sixth sense. What nature does is regulating also your parasympathetic system of resting and digesting. So if you were in imbalance, overthinking maybe, nature will calm you down. Nature will make you feel more harmonized. It's not even like you have stress and then you go for a walk in nature. It's just something that you can incorporate in your daily habits. If you are not stressed and you go in nature, it means that you are increasing your energy, the vibration you are vibrating at. And that is so beautiful for attracting to you everything that you desire. That is a powerful tool in manifestation to elevate your frequency in order to be the match for everything that you want, conscious things that you want, and even subconscious things that you want. And this is how miracle happens. Walk in nature can really do that for you. And especially when you go in forest, the Japanese has a special name for this that was so beautiful for me to learn, Shinrin Yoku, like bathing in the forest, right? The same like we talk about that bath for your body with your lotions and everything afterwards. It's the same how you can bathe in nature. With the high vibration of nature, you really elevate your energy without even doing anything, right? Just being present in nature will charge you at a deep level. It's also healing for you. And if you can take your shoes off to stay on the ground, grass, sand, water, all the elements, this is also really grounding you, healing you at an even deeper level without you having to do anything. How magnificent is that, right? So the next micro habit that I have for you is to level up and glow up in the tiniest ways. For example, every day you can take 2 minutes to shift your beliefs. Every day you can take 2 minutes to write down your inspired action, your priority actions for the day, for that day or for the next day. You can take 3 priority actions to start. Those actions, those beliefs that are going to support your dream. Your dream to be more feminine, more abundant, more wealthy, anything that you desire, more attractive, more seductive, more irresistible in your relationships. To support your dream, you start changing your belief. You start talking to yourself lovingly. You start talking to yourself like you are already that person. You start doing the things that will elevate your energy, that will make you level up. Those small shifts create big transformation over time because you are creating momentum every time that you move. It's like just before we go into spring, right? Imagine that there is snow, but there are so many things bubbling under the surface, waiting for the right opportunity, the right weather to come out. Think about those crocus flowers, right? It's so beautiful to start seeing the first ones, like in the park yesterday. It is the same for your dreams, for your desires. The more you are leveling up and glowing up in the smallest way, taking care of your skin, taking care of your belief system, because the same that we take the shower for our body, it is the same we should take the shower of our energetic body, of our belief system. And so when you are doing all of those actions in the tiniest way, reprogramming your beliefs, starting dissolving the fear or feeling the self-doubt and going forward anyway, you are like that crocus flower under the dirt, which is bubbling, waiting for the right moment to come out and express your beauty, your light, and to shine so beautifully. The next point is also one of my favorite, and I first learned this from Jeffrey Allen. He talks about how to get out of your stress mode in your head and into a calmer mode. For example, when you have those big projects, that ambition, you want so many things. Sometimes it can create clutter in your mind. It can make you overthink everything and even feel stress or anxiety. A mental chaos, one thing that you can do on the physical is to write all your thoughts on a journal, right? But if you don't have time for that, you can imagine, let's say, a cloud of that mental clutter, maybe a ball of mental clutter, and you take it out of your head, you put it in a corner right there, right? And you just come back to your breathing, come back to your body. What I love to do is come back to my heart, come back to my womb, right? And focus there. Sometimes I also come back in the middle of my head. And what you can say to yourself is, I am here, I am now, and everything is okay. So you don't have to overthink for what will come tomorrow or what you did yesterday, because you are here and you are now, so everything is fine. It is when you start going to the past or the future that you start having the mental stress, right? So you put it out there, and one other thing that it teaches in another context is to let that spin, right? What it means is that just because you took it out, it doesn't mean that it stops. Let's say that you are going after your dream, bringing in wealth in your life, like creating your business. If you take that mental clutter out, like all the things that you want to do and have to do and the how of those things, when you take that out like that, you can let it spin, meaning that it continues to find solutions for all those questions that you have. How is it going to happen? How am I going to do this or that? So while it's doing its part of spinning, you can relax. Because if you don't do that, well, it can break down your body, right? Causing distress, activating that sympathetic nervous system, which makes you feel like, oh, I am in survival mode. Oh, I am in danger. Oh, I cannot rest, right? Instead, when you put it out like that, out of your head, and you come back to your body, you come back to the present moment, you are reconnecting to your parasympathetic nervous system, where you can just embody that feminine energy more into being, into resting and relaxing, trusting that your universe has your back and everything is going to work out for you at the end. If you enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe so that you never miss a video that I will upload. Just being in this safe space will help you to shift into your most radiant feminine energy. Alright, the next point that I want to share with you is one thing that I first learned from one of my teachers in feminine energy that I really love and that I've been embodying since then and seen miracles out of it. So it's about slowing down where you work and also swinging your hips, moving your hips. So slowing down, what Alexis teaches in her feminine energy courses is that you can imagine that you have a clock on your chest and you are turning that clock to slow you down. If you were walking at a certain pace, then slow it down to be half that pace. And so you are slowing your movement down. So the way I love to do it is that when I find myself going at a faster pace, I will tell myself, slow down, slow down. So with each step, I'm going to slow down even more and even more. And I love to do this when I'm also grounding, right? Instead of just going barefoot on the grass like fast, you really take your time and you slow down and you swing your hips with every step. And one thing that I also add to that is to say to yourself beautiful things while you are walking. We talk about the self-talk, the loving self-talk. So you can say to yourself, I am magnificent, right? I am beautiful. You can even add this to anything that you do, not only when you are walking. That gives you some allure when you are walking slower. We have so many things to do and we need to hurry up in doing those things. But really the secret is to be present in those things. And when you slow down like that, you can be more present. You can enjoy the movement of your hips. And be careful also because the attention that you will get will be noticeable. So I remember when I first learned that from Alexis and I was practicing it maybe 2 years ago, right? And I was walking in the park and swinging the hips slowly. And one gentleman came and he said, hi. And I am like, hi. And he looked directly at my ring and he's like, oh, you are married. And I'm like, mm-hmm. So it was like, oh, he cannot continue, right? And he went away and I'm like, interesting. So it's really powerful, being present, being intuitive, following your intuition, right? Which is a beautiful part of the feminine energy. I would say that that part has been so natural for me to embody, to know. Intuitively, I was already in that part, but I didn't know that it is called feminine energy, right? So it was my teacher, Alexis, that I first learned, There's stuff called feminine energy, right? Most things like your intuition, all of those things are called feminine energy. And what I really appreciated in her teachings were the embodiment of that feminine energy at a body level, right? Like, for example, before that, I would be intuitive, I would be calm, I would be very connected with my dreams and following them already. But I didn't know how to use my power, that feminine power, like swinging your hips and having gentlemen be like stopping you like, hey, and see, oh, she's married already, she's already taken, right? It is really how integrating that not only at the intuitive level, not only at following your dreams, but also at embodying it, like being courageous to swing your hips, or to work and not greet everybody just because you choose, or to say, I always get my desire, I get what I want, right? Those things are really kind of bold to do, but they are really making a difference. So you can check her out. You will love what she teaches. Moving on to the next one, who is to nurture and nourish your body with high vibrational food. I really love this one. And I remember my first site that I created called Nurture Body and Soul. It's so important not to nourish only our body, but also our soul. So for the body, high vibrational nutritious food are the fresh foods, right? Not processed food, not junk food, because the fresh food are living food. And when we consume them, they elevate our energy. The more you can consume fresh water, fresh food, the more fresh you become, the more your feminine energy comes back to life, the more you glow as well. That makes you so attractive and so magnetic. For our soul, what we can do is meditation, elevating our self-awareness. This will help our soul to really blossom, to honor our desire and to bring them to us. The next activity is to savor your life. What is pleasure for you? Reconnect with your own definition of pleasure and give yourself at least 2 minutes every day to do something that feels pleasurable for you. If you don't reconnect to your body and give that pleasure to yourself from the inside, then you will be looking for pleasure outside of you, like having junk food and think that is pleasure, right? Or not taking care of your sleep and think that is pleasure because you are binge watching something. So what is real pleasure for you? What are the activities that makes you joyful, that lighten you up? Is it sharing your knowledge? Is it going in nature? Is it painting, expressing your creativity? Is it being your true self, right? What is it for you that lightens you up? Those things are going to be what gives you more pleasure and what helps you savor your life. The next point that I want to share with you is to let the men in your life do something for you. For example, let them open the door for you, let them carry stuff for you, let them serve you in some way. The next point that I really want to share with you as well is to enjoy your relationship, going on walks with your partner or going on date. Is it breakfast date? Is it evening dates, right? Doing those things where you can feel like you are loved, you are cherished, you are taken care of is going to let your feminine energy really blossom. And when you go on those dates, let him open the door for you. Something that I really love to do, when we go to our car, I let him open all the doors that are going to be on the way to the car, right? Including the door of the car. And when we are at the place where we were going, let's say we are at the restaurant, even in the car, when he comes out, I will stay there and wait for him. And he will come and open the door for me. And I'll say thank you and give my most beautiful smile, right? Receive that. And the same for the door in the restaurant, I let him open that for me, right? Those small activities will make you feel like you are cherished, you are loved, you are taken care of. And that is what feminine energy really loves. If you are ready to dive even deeper, then check out my bundle, Mastery and Abundance, which have 4 courses in Moment, A New You, Feminine Rebirth, Divine Feminine Glow Up, and Magnetic Queen Manifestrice. Which micro habit resonates most with you, and which one will you try first? Share it in the comment below. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Until next time, stay very inspired. I love you. Bye.